Good morning, good morning. Okay, so we are holding on Mishna Tes Zion, Perek Dalet Tes Zion, Rabbi Yehuda Eimer, Havi Zoyer b'Talmud. Be very careful in your learning. Sheshigigas Talmud Oila Zadan. Because making a mistake in your learning is tantamount to doing the Avera on purpose. In other words, if a person goes ahead and he forgets that today is Shabbos, he forgets that this thing is not kosher or whatever. Listen, a mistake is a mistake. That's called a shegeg. But if the reason you made a mistake is because you were negligent in learning, and again, a person could also make a mistake in learning, a bona fide mistake. He tried hard, he did everything, but listen, he made a mistake. That's also okay. The question is if it becomes from negligence in learning. Imagine you're the captain of a nuclear submarine, and you're like, you take the how-to instruction booklet, and you're like, yeah, okay, I think I get it, right? You turn this a couple ways, you turn that, you turn this, you push that button. That's called serious negligence. So if you take your learning negligently, you take it lightly, and based on that you make a mistake, that is tantamount to mazid. You can just imagine how long that captain will sit in jail if he goes ahead and smashes that submarine because he was just negligent in reading the training manual. Like, listen, I thought it was pushing this button because I flipped the magazine open. Yeah, great. That is going to be tantamount to serious negligence. And that's what the Mishna is saying over here. That if you make a mistake in your learning because you're not taking it seriously enough, then it's tantamount to negligence. And you're like, well, there's a big difference between the instruction manual for a nuclear submarine and a Mishnah Brura. And the answer is no, there's not. It's far more important to be makbid on a Mishnah Brura than in your instruction manual for a training of a nuclear submarine, because a nuclear submarine doesn't last, all that long. Whereas you're keeping the Mishnah Brura is going to last forever and ever, and therefore you have to take it very seriously. Next Mishnah. There are three crowns. There's the Keser Torah, there's the crown of Torah, there's the Keser Kahuna, there's the crown of being a Kohen, and there's the Keser Malchus, the crown of being a king, and the Keser Shem Tov Oila Al Gaben, and the crown of having a good name is the best. So, what does that mean? First of all, what's a crown? A crown is something a king wears to show that he's different. He is in charge. And the way you be in charge, you identify 100% with the Medina, with the people you're ruling over. I am the head of everybody else. I'm a cut above. That's what a crown means. I'm different than you because I'm the best. I'm either the best in my kingship, I'm the best as a Kohen, so I'm God's servant on this world, or you are Keser Torah. By becoming a Keser Torah, you are identifying with the Torah and you are making yourself a cut above. And Keser Shem Tov means as follows. You see, a name is what identifies the person. You have somebody who has a really good name. That means his essence is really good. So you can have, we can really, go on about this, but I'm, down to 5 minutes. So we have a name, a Keser Shem Tov means that you're wearing the crown which means that you're different. You're a cut above. And how are you a cut above? Because your name is good. That means your essence is good. Wow. So that means that you're a cut above because you're good. That means your midas are so good. So if a person has such good midas, then that's far better than being a crown of a king or a crown of a Kohen or a crown of Torah. Now, what it could mean is that it says there's only 3 crowns and the Mishnah lists 4. It could mean that there are 3 crowns and you need the Keser Shem Tov to properly utilize any of those other 3 crowns. Next Mishnah, Rabbi go ahead and go to a Makam Torah. Don't say that it's going to follow me. In other words, if you want Torah, you have to go to a place of Torah. Don't say that I already know how to learn, and I'm good enough, let me learn by myself. It's not an eitzah. You have to go to a yeshiva, you have to go to a night seder, you have to go to a group of people that are learning, because you can only learn in a group. Because your friends will keep the Torah inside of you. Do not rely on your own seichel, on your own understanding, and say like, I already know how to learn. If you go through a sugya by yourself, it's not going to come out to a proper understanding. You have to be in a chabura. Every time you learn by yourself, and then you say it over to somebody else, you come with a deeper insight. You come realizing you maybe misunderstood a drop. You have a better understanding of it. So don't say like, I can move to Flagstaff and be, nothing against Jews over there. But my point is that I can move to a place where there's and be my own rabbi. No, if you really have a Geilu Makam Torah, make sure that you are in a place that has if there's a functioning yeshiva in Flagstaff, that's amazing. It was just the name on the top of my head. And if there's, you have to go to a place that has Torah, and that's where you'll grow. Don't go to a place that has nothing there. Rabbi Yanai says, we don't understand why there's a serenity amongst the wicked and why sometimes the righteous suffer. And of course, this is the age-old question, and the answer is there is no answer. We do not have HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we do not have Hashem's view of the world, and we can go on and on and on about this topic, but like I said, we're limited, and therefore we'll just leave it at, this has been talked about many, many times before. We basically, the answer to sum it all up is that we trust in Hashem that there's a good enough reason. If you go to a doctor and things are hullabaloo, and they're doing CPR and people, there's code red or code 99 going on in the hospital, and the doctor takes out a syringe and starts putting it, say, hey doc, can you explain to me what you're doing? Like, I could explain to you, but not right now, okay? You go to the back of the room, because he's going to be, I don't have time to explain things. Hashem, but you trust the doctor. You're not going to be like, no, I'm not letting you do that until you explain it. You don't do that because you trust the doctor. So we just go ahead and we trust Hashem. Hashem, I don't understand. Why did this person lose his kid? Why did that person lose his job? Why did this person win the lottery? It's all fine, Hashem, because I understand that right now you're not explaining it to me. And Rabbi Masi ben Charash Emer, Hevi Makdim B'Shloim Kol Adam. Be careful to greet everybody. It's better to be the head it's better to be the tail of a lion than the head of a fox. And that means that if you have a choice, we said earlier, we're talking about a person over here that's still learning, because it said before that, you learn your most from the Talmidim. But we're talking about a person over here that's still gaining, that's still learning, and he has a choice to go to a yeshiva where he's going to be the tail end of people, or to go to a yeshiva where he's going to be the higher end of people. The answer is go to a yeshiva where you'll be the tail end of people, because you will gain much, much more over there. Have an amazing day, Rabbi say.